what's crack-a-lackin' HHS?
I'm Addison Zay.
And I'm Parker DeSimone. Today is Friday, January 24th, 2025.
And you're watching this week's episode of
Raider Nation News.
Welcome back, Raiders.
We hope you had a chance to rest and recharge over the really long weekend.
And we hope you stayed warm.
This Saturday, the varsity dance team will compete at sectionals held at Libertyville High School. Their performance is scheduled precisely at 2:48 p.m., so be sure to come out and cheer them on.
Speaking of competition, this past Wednesday, our television production crew had the opportunity to visit the historic Tivoli Theater in downtown Downers Grove for the Silent Film Festival. A big thank you to everyone who came out to support the crew. More short films are on the horizon, so stay tuned for what's next.
In other exciting news, District 158 is thrilled to announce a new location for its Light Transition program. Staff, students, family, and community members are invited to an open house and ribbon cutting event on Monday, January 27th, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at 10401 Vine Street in Huntley.
That's right, the ribbon cutting ceremony will take place at 5:15 p.m., followed by tours of the facility and a chance to learn more about the new space and the future of the Light program. Breaking news! Buzz about a mysterious Winterfest has been spreading rapidly through the halls of Huntley, leaving many students wondering what this event is all about. RNN reporter Jocelyn Jones set out to uncover more details about the upcoming celebration.
Winterfest is our new student council event, February 8th, 2025. It is a casual dance. Other things Winterfest includes is games and activities on the sides. So there'll be things like face painting, raffles. We're gonna have this game like inflatables, and I believe some video games on the sides for people to enjoy.
Winterfest is an event that we're going to host here at Huntley High School just to get together, hang out in these cold winter months. We have homecoming in the beginning, we have prom for juniors and seniors in the springtime, so we just wanted to change it up a bit. Rather than having just a dance, you can play the games just to offer variety. So we have enough for everyone to do something.
Students should be excited because this is the first year we're running this event. So if we want events like this to happen in years to come, we gotta get hyped.
In March, we have our March Madness basketball tournament. It's 3-on-3. Get hyped, get excited. You don't have to be good at basketball, but it's if you just want to have fun. We have that coming up. March, April is prom, big deal for prom, and May will be the senior sunset.
Mark your calendars for Saturday, February 8th. Get ready for a fun-filled night by bringing your best friends and showing up in your brightest neon attire. Don't miss it.
Mr. Brown, widely recognized for his role as a voice advisor, has announced his decision to step down from the position for the upcoming school year. While this news may come as a surprise for some, his planned retirement opens the door for another teacher to step in and carry on his role. RNN reporter Addison Stone reached out to learn more.
The Voice is an award-winning journalism program that Mr. Brown has been the advisor of for over 20 years. For this upcoming school year, he's decided to step down from the position and hand it over to Mr. Sargent.
Summer, I spent some time thinking about my retirement. I'm actually 4 years away from when I could actually safely retire from here. I began thinking about it, and one thing that crossed my mind is like, okay, well, if I do leave at some point, what's going to happen to The Voice? I'd like to have somebody else take over and have me still be here.
I think that Mr. Sargent, he'll kind of acclimate to his new role and do a good job. I mean, I'm sure it's going to take practice. Like it took Mr. Brown at least like 28 years to perfect, and obviously like we're still learning within like each day of like The Voice.
I mean, I love journalism, don't get me wrong, but it's like when you work together with people for 1, 2, even 3 years, even 4 years, and get to know them really well, and that's the thing that is most dear to me, I guess.
With Mr. Brown, it's just you're so close. You get so close to him. He's so sweet. He's so understanding, and it's just so nice talking to him. and it really helps build that like family aspect of the voice.
Being the advisor of the voice is not just teaching a class. You really become, it's like any coach or any advisor of any other sport or club. You get to know the students really well, and you spend a lot of time working together. You spend a lot of time traveling together. You spend a lot of time just being together.
The voice has done such an excellent job with everything. We've gone through so many changes in the past couple years, and while it's sad that Mr. Brown is leaving, I think that the voice can still be so amazing. There's so many amazing changes that are yet to be made, and I think with a new advisor and a new editorial board, it's going to be great.
As Mr. Brown's time with the journalism program draws to a close, we extend our heartfelt gratitude for his unwavering dedication and guidance, which have profoundly shaped the publications into what they are today. His departure marks an end of an era, leaving a legacy behind that will be cherished for years to come.
On Monday, we saw the Ohio State Buckeyes win the national championship over Notre Dame 34-23. With college football wrapping up its season in thrilling fashion, we're reflecting on the pros and cons of the new bracket system implemented this past season for college playoffs.
For many years, at this time of the year, America has come together to watch one of our greatest traditions unfold, college football, particularly the excitement of the end of the season and the anticipation of seeing who will be crowned national champion. This year, the NCAA has instituted a 12-team playoff system to determine the national champion, but this is far from the only method that has been used. I sat down with sports history insiders and football professionals to get you more insight on how this playoff system came to be.
The 12-team system that they implemented this year, again, may have a few flaws, but it's awesome for college football fans. It's awesome for football fans in general. It was, set up to be a way to have a little bit of competition be settled on the field kind of thing and that kind of stuff. It still became kind of political, I think, a lot of the times. The teams that were maybe assumed to be the best typically won. A lot of the SEC teams.
Basically, as a season in and of itself, that's a huge deal for your school and your community, and definitely gives players and coaches something to look forward to.
Now that the season is concluded and we've seen Ohio State crowned as national champion, only time will tell if this is really the ultimate way to determine the best college football team. Back to you in the studio.
There's still some controversy over what worked and didn't work within this new playoff system, so we'll have to wait and see what sticks around for next season. Until then, we have other football games to watch. Up next, NFL Conference Championship.
In recent weeks, wildfires have caused widespread devastation along California's coast, forcing hundreds to evacuate. Firefighters and countless volunteers have been working tirelessly around the clock to contain the blazes. RNN reporter Fekete joins us now with more on the situation.
Southern California is in a crisis as wildfires spread throughout the Los Angeles County, fueled by strong winds and historic drought conditions. These fires have destroyed thousands of homes, acres of land, and tourist attractions that we love to go to. To get a deeper insight, we sat down with the Huntley Fire Chief to understand what's really going on in California.
My name is Joe Bushbacher. I am the Huntley Fire Protection District Fire Marshal. They definitely affected the residents, and it obviously affected the entire state of California. I mean, the entire district has been taxed in regards to emergency response personnel because there's so many personnel currently fighting these wildfires right now. So I'd have to say that the entire state of California is affected. Not only that, it's probably the whole United States because there's all kinds of people who care about what's going on in the world. They actually play a lot of roles in this type of situation. I believe that they had wind-driven speeds of around 80 miles an hour. And when the humidity is also low, you're creating everything on the ground is basically tinder at that point. And this time of the year, when they're in their winter season, everything's dry. I believe the Huntley community in itself should be cared about what's going on over in California because, as a nation in itself, we care about each other. We can assist them not only just physically, mentally, and even spiritually in incidences like this.
While the fires have left a terrible impact on Los Angeles and the whole state of California, it's important to realize that we can rebuild from this and help the city in lots of ways. Whether it's by donating to a relief fund, talking to your peers about it, or doing anything, any effort counts. As we move forward as a nation, let's keep California in our hearts. I'm Fekete, back to the studio.
Thank you to the Huntley Fire Department for their dedication and service to our community. Let's all do our part to support the city of LA during this challenging time by recognizing their efforts and keeping our fires contained and safe. Thank you for watching this week's episode of Raider Nation News.
Make sure to visit HuntleyRNN.com or follow us at HHS TV Production on either Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok for more fun content.
Have a fantastic weekend, Raiders. So fire. That was so good. Green? Whoa.
Yeah, made a mistake.